Good evening. We're going to start tonight's show a little differently with a one-on-one.
With magic, you know, a lot of times I have to go in, I have to gain the respect of a crew relatively quickly when putting in a show, and they need to see that I'm one of them.
What is your worst magic moment?
Working with, you know, exotic cats, there were times the cats didn't want to cooperate. I know we started a fire. I can't remember where it was. It might have been Harrah's in Vegas.
That's all you're going to get for the magic text. No games, no jokes, no prying questions. Why? Because we pulled every string possible, and apparently magician technicians are too busy and too famous to commit or follow up or even RSVP with a no thanks, you hacky Jew. So, because a few bad apples have spoiled the whole barrel, tonight the magic community is being punished. Tonight, late night's magic touch are all jugglers. Ivan Pecel, you've been voted hottest comedian by Campus Activities Magazine and Mr. California by University of Northridge. My question is, what is your VIP membership number for Planned Parenthood?
Oh, that expired long ago.
MICHAEL GOUDEAU, you're known for juggling and eating apples at the same time. Name the percentage chance you have of dying from pesticide poisoning.
100%.
The passing zone. Who's the woman in the relationship? Okay. Thank you. These questions and many more will be forced upon my wild card guest panelists when they receive my late night magic touch. This illustrious world-class panel. Funny as a stand-up comic and as skilled as a Chinese acrobat, this extreme and world juggling champion has bulldozed his way into MTV, America's Got Talent, and The Tonight Show, along with roles in Kangaroo Jack, King of Queens, and one of the armed forces' favorite performers, making juggling tolerable. He is Ivan Pecel. This man has done more than 15,000 shows on the Las Vegas Strip. This man has also appeared as the comedy guest star of the Lance Burton Master Magician Show for 19 years. He's received 12 Emmy nominations as writer and as executive producer on the Penn and Teller's Bullshit program, and is in the Guinness Book of World Records for most bites in 1 minute while juggling and eating apples. He is MICHAEL GOUDEAU. Fool Us, MADtv, 4 world records, engagements at the White House, and the coveted Royal Variety performance, not to mention the comedy cult classic appearance in The Aristocrats. They are Owen Morse and John Wee, The Passing Zone. Passing Zone, 4 Guinness Book World Records, 18 gold medals from the International Jugglers Association. Who knew there was an association? MICHAEL, you had a world record, but held it on for 7 years. Is it current? You still have it?
Still current.
Ivan, 5 gold medals, 3 not to take anything away from your accomplishments, fellas, but I feel like they're just giving these things away.
Yeah.
You can buy them too.
Oh yeah, everyone's a winner. They're made of chocolate.
We were the only ones in most of these competitions.
Right. You even put the text into the show. You know, you lit our heads on fire. I helped you up on the unicycle. You pulled out the wallet. You sold the money. One time we put condoms in there for you.
What's a condom?
Right. We're going to get to that, believe me. Factoring in that there's a second person that you're dealing with, having a good day or a bad day at the office, it's double the work, it's double creative negotiating. I first want to know, is there one of you on the team that is better at one area of building an act or a bit or the business, and someone else is better at the other side?
We both have our strengths. There are a lot of things that are Owen's department. He takes care of all of the props and the technical stuff and computer work and that sort of thing.
Yeah, and John's often writing material and talking on the phones and working the business angles.
Now, Ivan, you were a dancer originally. Do I remember this right?
No, you do not remember that correctly at all.
Could I remember it right?
We've only done like 40 shows together. What have you
I don't pay attention. It's Ivan, right? Ivan, is it?
It's Igor.
Oh, am I wrong? I'm wondering, for jugglers, do you get upset with an audience when they give the same amount of energy juggling 3 balls as opposed to 8? Does that bother anyone there?
Yeah, pretty much. Mostly, yeah. But
it bothers the good jugglers.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Michael, you're out? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm out.
It has taught us to do easier things that are fun.
Yeah,
right. I realized as I've gotten older, I started juggling when I was like 10 years old and put so much time and effort into like perfecting the skill of juggling. And now at 39, as I get older, I'm just like, you know, I use the juggling as a tool to get the humor and the showmanship across. Like, honestly, if I could not bring a case, every time I do a show, I'm like, man, I wish I was one case funnier. I wouldn't have to bring this with me.
People don't want to see good juggling.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, well, all of the people you're looking at have a certain degree of pretty good juggling skills, but, you know, and we want to do hard things because it's fun and exciting, and people, you know, to a degree, like a little bit of it. But really, you know, I don't mean to speak for all of us, but the more people are laughing, you know, that's the important thing. And the juggling is just there to, you know, because it's shiny object.
The other thing to be mentioned is you've picked a good group here. I don't think any of us are doing the hacks, throwaway line stuff. I mean, I think
That's why you're here. That's why you're here. I want to talk about it.
No, not me. I'm just here to write down what you guys say. Just keep going.
And I guess the question is, Michael, has everything been done? Is there something else to do in a juggling act?
There's a million things to do in a juggling act. We all work on stuff every day, all day. That's all we think about.
I believe that people can take, regardless of the degree, people can take about 7 to 8 minutes of juggling before they're like, I get it, you throw and catch stuff.
Right.
What else do you do?
But that also,
some like Cirque du Soleil acts that are just high energy and fast paced. They're all 7, 8 minute acts. I mean, no one's gonna watch. I mean, there's very few people that can captivate a normal layman audience for more than that with just juggling, unless you incorporate humor.
I find that a lot of my friends that were jugglers, they started out as street performers. Has anyone on the panel done that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Was that a great experience?
You need to do 1 million shows to get good, and there are a few places to do 1 million shows.
Yeah.
Is the best.
And where are they?
Anytime you're passing the hat as a way to make a living, you learn really fast what works and what doesn't work, and you can measure it by what's in your hat.
And you can measure it by how many people are surrounding you, and if they walk away, you got to change something.
Yeah, like I've been called as a comedian or ventriloquist, and I'm like, I can't work outside. By the time I finish the setup, everyone's walked away, and it's a new set of people. You know, it's not something I want to do. Plus, I hate sweating. What happened next?
I want to see that kid in the background run up and tip that thing over.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks like they threw away his whole act, didn't they? All at once.
Yeah, they're recycling it. You're right. I agree with you.
Right.
I think there are a lot of things in this picture that are about to go into his mouth.
Tell the magician, to tell their audience, and now my tribute to this magic icon, and now I continue the legacy of this magic superstar by doing their trick. Just tell the truth, you stole it.
Well, I'm going to list 3 facts about a particular panelist, and the other panelists will tell me which is the true fact. Ivan A was once arrested and thrown in a Mexican jail. B is a fanatical vinyl record and comic book aficionado, or C once came in second at a tractor pull.
I'm going, what, Mexican jail?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mexican jail had to have happened.
He's still there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Goudreau.
I was in a Mexican jail with Ivan. I just want to say.
Right. So the answer is B. He looks all cool, but he's a geek. Fanatical vinyl record and comic book aficionado. Great. There it is.
I was in
How do you
jail
like
with
that?
him in Mexico. I think that's also.
No, you don't.
You never thought of getting another partner for your act?
You know what? My money doubled.
And you never looked.
I shouldn't have said that out loud in front of the passing zone guys.
How? Wait, what?
Ivan, what's the one magic trick you never want to see ever again?
Snowstorm.
Yeah. Right, I hear you. Because in comedy, at least in clubs, you know, we all know about that alleged comedy hierarchy. There's the comedian, there's the magician, there's the juggler ventriloquist that fight it out, and then the mime. Passing zone, do you think juggling still gets a bad rap?
Yeah.
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't anymore. It should stop tonight.
Well, based on your answers, that's probably not going to happen. Michael, is the bad rap deserved?
Yes.
Tell me why.
Yes. Because most people in any art suck. There are only a few that are good. You know what I mean?
Right.
You have friends who are painters. They're not Picasso.
Well, let me build on that. You know, for me, when I see ventriloquists, I'd rather have someone have one really great, strong, deep character than 10 fucking puppets that don't do anything and where the material can be interchanged. Does that apply to juggling? And can you make an art out of one thing?
Well, I think it applies to almost every variety act. I mean, back in the day, vaudeville times, you could get away doing an 8, 9, 10-minute act. My thing with variety acts in general has always been you get very few that are like actually funny and actually good. Most of them have 10 to 12 minutes of good material and then 40 minutes of, I'm going to throw this together so I could do an hour show.
Murder hornets are still in the news. According to entomologists, as mean as they are, murder hornets are relatively rare. More common varieties include the rape, robbery, and aggravated assault hornets. Shackle, salt. Here are our choices. Because we have jugglers tonight, people that have something to do with balls. We have Michael Jordan, we have Lucille Ball, and we have a cheese ball.
Okay, well, I'll go with one of the ones that I haven't out of those three, and I'm going to go Lucille Ball, and I'll saw a good cheese ball every once in a while.
Goudreau.
I always wanted to a cheese ball.
Hello.
And I think Lucille Ball's pretty. I'd marry her.
Passing zone.
Well, I think we've talked about it. I think we both would like to marry Lucille Ball.
Yeah.
That's kind of a no-brainer right
Right.
there.
I'm sorry, wait, you've talked about that before?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's daily.
I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. Passing zone, what is that number?
It's 22.
I thought 23.
46.
2.
Goudreau, you have 1, and because you have 1, I would like you to pick up the closest item near you, balance it on your face, while singing a line of I'm Too Sexy, go.
Couldn't catch it.
We're gonna do it? You're gonna get it? Give it to me. Sing it. Thank you, panel. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone at home. The rabbit is dead. The wand is broken. Good night.